Well, hey everybody, it's Paul. Welcome to the Hummer. Today I want to talk to you about something a little different. Question is, have you ever found yourself enjoying doing something that's kind of ritualistic? And by that I mean not always taking the easy way, maybe finding a little bit of enjoyment in the old way, the slow way, maybe not even the best way, arguably, but there is some fun in doing it kind of the old way. For an example, I guess off the top of my head, I'm thinking like, I buy bread, but I also enjoy to make my own. I have my bread machine and I like to make my own loaf of bread now and again, especially in the winter. And you're like, well, yeah, you can buy it though. You can buy a nice loaf of bread for a couple bucks at the grocery store. That's true, and I'm not against it, and I do it all the time, but there's something to be said for a warm loaf of bread that you just made exactly how you like, and you're cutting it, and it's like burning your fingers. It's so hot, and the steam's coming out, and you melt some butter on it, and it is fresh, and the smell is just heavenly. It's kind of cool, I guess it's kind of like if you're going to smoke, a lot of people like to smoke a cigarette. I guess that's easy. I don't smoke cigarettes, but you could just pop in your mouth and it goes boom. Versus, the whole thing like a pipe smoker. Now, I enjoy smoking a pipe once in a while, probably haven't for like a year. But it's the ritual of it. It's like you've got the pipe and you've got the tobacco, and I just love the smell of tobacco. One of my favorite smells, I used to have some tobacco in my old truck. In a bag of it had just been sent around forever, and I guess some of the aroma leaks out of it over time, but it always smelled great, I thought, to me. So, you have the tobacco, and then you pack down the pipe, and then you have pipe cleaners, and you're always, so you've got a match maybe to light it, and it's like a process, but it's enjoyable. I'm thinking about shaving. Now, there's people that use a fancy electric shaver, and it goes zzz, and it's real easy and it's flawless, right? Or people that use the 5 or 6 bladed fancy expensive Gillette, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. But I also can relate to the guys that like using the old straight razor. You've got your cream, and the cream's heated and it's nice and lathery, and you're putting it on, and you got your razor, and maybe you've sharpened it, maybe you've used your leather, to strop it, and the thing is just, and then you feel, so it's like the process. Is it making any sense? I mean, is there something that you do that you enjoy the process, the ritual of it? And what got me thinking was I've had one of these, a Zippo, for ages. And I don't even use it that much, but it's fun to carry. And hear that? I just loved it. I used to, when I was working in a brokerage many years ago, back in the 90s, I know that's older, that's longer than some people been alive, but yeah, I would carry one, and sometimes, very rarely, I would have a cigar or smoke a pipe, but I carried my lighter because sometimes in my pocket, that would kind of be like my little stress ball, I could just open and close, and I just love the feel of it. I love the sound of it, the little Zippo. I even love the aroma of it, the liquid, the lighter fluid. It's cool. I like the liquid. I mean, yeah, you can buy a Bic, right? Get a whole bunch of them cheap, and you fire it up, and it burns, and when you're done, you throw it out. There's no fuss, there's no muss. But a Zippo, you got a wick to contend with. You've got to pull this out and fill it with lighter fluid. But can you beat that smell? Can you beat that sound? I mean, isn't that cool? Just a boom and a beautiful flame. I just like stuff like that. It's like the ritual. It's the, you got your lighter fluid, you lift the little thing up, you soak the little gauze, you know, and the smell of the burned butane or whatever that is, just smells great. It's, you know, this right is so much easier, right? You don't have to refill it, you don't have to buy fuel, you don't have to fill the wick or to strike the flint, you know. You don't have to do none of that. No adjusting of the wick, no trimming of the wick. It's just boom. But it just doesn't have the same coolness, you know? There's no ritual to it. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe you guys can think of something that you enjoy that, and I was thinking, because this is all, everything's going back in my brain right now, going back to the truck and gas or diesel. And I know everybody's tired of hearing about it. It's like, you know, why don't you just get the gas? You save some money up front and there's no worries. And, you know, but you don't have to worry about like a water separator and draining the water from, you know, in the separator, it has like a little bowl that you can drain the water out of. And, you know, you've got fuel. I mean, a lot of the same stuff's in the gas, but I don't know. It's just something, I don't know why I like the diesel. I kind of like the sound of it, to be honest. I like the power, obviously, when you're going up and down the hills. You can't beat the torquiness of a diesel. I like the sound. I like the aroma, the smell of burned diesel is phenomenal. I've always liked that. And a guy was saying about the B20. I remember back in the day when I had my 7.3 liter F-250 Ford, burning that old biodiesel, and sometimes it would smell like French fries. Like, oh man, you'd be craving it. I'd be out on my tractors even, you know, mowing, and you get that and it's like McDonald's French fries. Or you'd be mowing along and you get this whiff of Chinese buffet. Because they make it, they, you know, combine restaurant grease in there, and depending where they got the grease from, of course it picks up. So it's like, you just like, man, that's that Chinese buffet smell. I just love it. So, I mean, I don't know. There's no point to this video outside of, I just like certain things that I like, and it doesn't always make sense. And, you know, a lot of times you think you'd go for the easier way, but sometimes it seems like I like to take the long way home, you know? Maybe not always go the expressway, go the slower way, go the long way, go the way where you can stop and smell the roses, or, you know, have a cup of coffee and just relax a little. Maybe it's better to stress less. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching as always. Until next time, we'll see yous.